What's going on, everybody? My name is Nick Black. Welcome to Streaming Your Way to Success, a series of videos where I'll be diving into the details of streaming and how you can make the most out of it. 2020 was interesting? No. What's the other word I'm looking for? Oh yeah, 2020 sucked! Like straight up, it just sucked. Midway through March 2020, the entire music industry came to a standstill. Touring stopped, tickets were refunded, festivals rescheduled for later in 2020, and then they rescheduled for 2021, and now some of them are rescheduling for 2022, and everything essentially went to hell in a handbasket. I was set to headline a show at Berklee College of Music with my band for the very first time. We were on the way to the show before that one, and we received word that the show had been canceled because the school was simply sending the students home, and that all subsequent events were canceled. My band and I hobbled back home, losing every tour date that was supposed to be happening along the way, and coming back to realize that life would never be the same again. After about a month of tirelessly spinning my wheels streaming on Instagram Live and Facebook Live like everybody was, I was on YouTube watching some videos from a gamer that I like to watch. At the end of the video, he mentioned something called Twitch, which I had heard of before. So on a whim, I clicked the link and proceeded to spend the rest of the entire day hanging out on Twitch. It wasn't just video gamers. There were countless, and I mean countless people on there streaming music. Everything from people jamming solo on an acoustic guitar to full bands blowing out these awesome funk arrangements of other songs. It was the beginning of a journey that's now lasted me almost a year, not just with Twitch, but exploring the world of streaming as a whole, and what streaming and digital content creation actually mean for us as artists and musicians and creators, performing for an audience that you can't see. In this series, we're going to cover a lot of ground. Everything from the technical side of streaming to building an audience to simply staying positive and motivated when you're virtually performing. But before all of that, I have a question for you. What do you want out of this? And that's a complicated question, so let me ask you some more specific ones that may lead you to the answer. How complicated do you want your stream to be? Do you want things flying across the screen that your audience can actually trigger? Do you want your audience to be able to interact with you past just comments and likes? Do you want them to be able to pick songs that go into a song list in the upper right-hand corner of the page? Do you want them to be able to see lyrics that you're writing for a song on stream? Do you want to have multiple camera angles? How many people are performing with you on your stream? It's a totally different game if it's just you by yourself versus having a full band. Second group of questions. If you already have an audience, where are they? Now, I'm not asking you what platform you already use. I'm asking you what and where is your audience. We'll discuss audience in a more specific way in another episode very soon, but this is an incredibly important question to answer. If you can nail down where your audience is, then you can more easily reach them. It seems like common sense, but you'd be surprised how many people I ask where their audience is and they don't know the answer to that question. All right, final question. And this may seem like an easy question to answer, but I want you to genuinely think about it. Do you want to make money from streaming? Do you want to get paid for what you do on your stream? If the answer is yes, then please stop streaming your music for free. Putting yourself out there and posting short videos and pictures to pull in your audience and keep them engaged is one thing. Absolutely keep doing that. But giving away your live show, your bread and butter, your most valuable commodity for free, that's devaluing you as an artist and as a performer. We all have this innate need to play, this innate need to perform in front of people. It's why we do what we do in the first place. But you have to channel that into a platform that can actually make you money. And if you don't want to make money from streaming, go and do that. So now that I've given you something to think about, some questions that you need to be able to answer, let's discuss the major platforms and the benefits that each one brings to you as a performer. I like to organize streaming platforms into two groups. That's primary and secondary. Primary platforms are the platforms that give you monetization options, whether that's through ads or subscribers and donations. The best examples of this platform are YouTube and Twitch. YouTube Live is a quickly growing offshoot of YouTube, where people that are already posting content and videos can go live to their subscribers that they already have. If you already have a lot of people watching your videos on YouTube, this is for sure your best option. It's the perfect synergy between content that you've worked on, edited, and put out there for people to consume on demand, and your live performance that they can interact with and be a part of live. Twitch, on the other hand, is a platform that grew initially through gaming, but has since exploded in the musical side of things. Both of these websites not only allow people to chat with you in stream, but they also give people the opportunity to subscribe to you on a monthly basis. And that monthly subscription comes in 3 tiers. It's the same on both websites. Tier 1 is $4.99. That's a Tier 1 subscription. Tier 2 is $9.99, $10. That's a Tier 2 subscription. And Tier 3 is $24.99. Both Twitch and YouTube use this same subscription monetization scheme. Both of these platforms also provide opportunities for people to give money while you are streaming. Twitch calls them bits and cheers, and for every 100 bits that somebody gives you, you get $1. YouTube uses a slightly different mechanism called super chats, where when people want to highlight a message inside, you've got people commenting normally, but when somebody wants to highlight a message inside of the YouTube chat, they'll use a super chat, and they can attach any monetary amount to that, everything from $1 up to whatever they want. After these 2 primary streaming platforms, we have what I call secondary platforms. And these are the non-monetized platforms. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Snapchat. And then only Facebook and Instagram actually support live streaming. Of course, I can hear you right now saying, well, I was streaming the other day on IG Live and I put my Cash App up and somebody donated to me there. But how often does that actually happen? These platforms are designed for everyday social interaction, low effort infinity scrolling. The live video sucks, and don't even get me started on the audio. Whether you know it or not, people don't just stay on a stream because it looks good, but because it sounds good. From a technical standpoint, which we'll get into in the next video of this series, Twitch and YouTube actually allow for higher quality audio. There's just more data that they're letting through. And after the 350 trillion Zoom calls that you've been on this year, I think you know how low the bar is for audio fidelity. Facebook and Instagram aren't much better than Zoom, and it's because they don't have to be. They're catering to everybody. And it's not that people don't want better quality, it's that they don't know that they could have better quality. Facebook and Instagram are just not the places to do your epic live shows that you've put time, effort, and rehearsal energy into. It may hurt to try something new, but it is time to rip off the Band-Aid and go to where people can actually hear and see how awesome you are. Use Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok for what they're meant for. Make fun content for the users of those platforms. But do your live shows on a primary platform where they can be heard in all of their glory, and the people who really want to contribute to you can do it in 1 step instead of 3. Then, once you do your live shows, take those live shows, pull segments from that, and post little snippets to social media. It can all work as a well-oiled machine if you put a little bit of time in. There's a lot to be done, and it's time to get down to business. Come hang with me on Twitch at twitch.tv/NickBlackMusic. I'm happy to share any and all knowledge that I can before the next video comes out. Until then, keep growing, keep sharing, and never stop creating. I'll see y'all in the next video.